Welcome, friends. Welcome to your YouTube channel, Jamaica Matters. I'm your Jamaican friend, and I'm here to talk about everything that affects Jamaica negatively, positively, or I'll just sit here and analyze things analytically. All right, this is a brand new channel, so make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so when you upload a video, you'll be promptly notified. Any question you have, leave it down in the comment section. I'll make sure to answer you. Cool. We're on the road to greatness and making sure that you're we are with us from day one. We're on 3 subscribers. We just start. And making sure by the end of this video we have 30, 10 per video. Let's move. Breaking news. What do we have? I'm your friends. I'm going to keep you posted about what's going on during this time of concern. All right. So we have a message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, at PEM. It's Irish communities in southern and northeastern parishes. Guys, those who live in these communities and these parishes, please make sure that you are aware that safety first, not pride, not show off, not negligence, but safety. All right. So make sure that you are aware that you live in a flood prone areas. I'm going to read them out for you. I'm going to be here for about 5 minutes and let you know whether or not you live in a flood prone area. All right. So it reads. The show table one show the communities in the southern and northeastern parishes of Jamaica that are identified as being at high risk of flooding, storm surges, and or landslide, and therefore should be given careful attention during the current passage of this Mellissa. Yeah, so Mellissa, the recording of this video is now a category 3. So we're talking about St. Thomas now. So we have Albion and Baptist, that is a straight flooding, right? Bath, landslide, Cedar Valley, landslide. Church Corner, Dalvey, Danvers Pen, Duckenfield, Duane Pen, Hessington, 11 miles, Golden Grove, Hagley Gap, landslide, landslide, landslide. You know the drill. Making sure that you're aware of what's going on in your community. Making sure that you know whether or not you live in a landslide area or a flood prone area. All right, so you can take the necessary precautions. So we continue. Hillside, Jones Pen, Landyway, Lloyds, Lyson, Morant Portman Corner, Morant Ramblies, both flooding and landslide. Hey guys, Richmond Vale, landslide. Seaford, flooding. Seaford is near the sea. I've been there. Somerset, landslide. Trinityville, both flooding and landslide. Willersfield, flooding. Yallas, flooding. Yeah. So we're just gonna go through them quickly. All right, Kingston and St. Andrew. We have York, which is a straight flooding. Augustine, that's it. Augustine, which is right next to me, is just pure flooding. Barbican flooding. Bito or Bito, over that's pronounced landslide. Blacksboro, I have no idea where that is. Landslide. Bull Bay, 7 Mile, both flooding and landslide. Cane River, I have no idea where that is. Someone can let me know in the comment section. Flooding. Content Spring, of course, flooding. Constitution Hill, landslide. Content Gap, landslide. Crossroad, flooding. Dallas, landslide. Golden Spring, landslide. Garden Town, landslide. Of course, Garden Town would have been landslide because, of course, you know it's an hilly area. Greenwich Town, flooding. Abbeview, flooding. Of course, Abbeview is right next to the sea, right? Irish Town, landslide. Lawrence Tavern, yes, right next to me. Landslide. Marvelly, flooding. Mavis Bank, flooding and landslide. Woo. Malign Garden, flooding. New Haven, where am I? New Haven, Papine. Oh, Papine is also prone to flooding, guys. Those who live in Papine area, make sure that you're aware of this. Port Royal, Red Hills. Of course, Red Hills, hilly area, so it's going to be both flooding and landslide. CV Garden, St. Peter's, Temple Hall, Tivoli Garden, the Waltham Garden, the Washington Garden, the Woodford. All of those are flooding and landslide prone areas. Above rocks, landslide, Bagwalk, Brighton Bridgeport, Cumberland, Edgewater, Hensom, Yorktown, Ginger Ridge, Glengough, both flooding and landslide. Golden Acres, Greater Portmore, Greendale, Hampton Green, Helsha, flooding. All right. Where are we next? Where are we going? Where are we going? We're going. Continue with 10 catching Independent City, Linstead, Louisville, Nagahead, Old Harbor Bay is flooding and storm surge because you know Old Harbor Bay is right on the southernmost part of Jamaica, right next to the sea. Spanish Town flooding, St. John East and West flooding, Choja flooding, Waterport flooding, Willowdene flooding. Going over to Clarendon, if you're in Clarendon, make sure you're aware whether or not you have a flood prone area. In and Town, Alley, Ashley, Bushy Park, all flooding. Crook River, flooding and landslide. Denby, Fort Pot, Frankfurt, Freetown, Glenmore, Ayr, Lytteltown, Langville Park, Longwood, Maypen, Milk River, Mitchelltown, Husband Store, Pennant, all prone to flooding during this time of Category 3 Mellissa. Portland Cottage is about flooding and storm surge. I have no idea where that is. Someone can let me know in the comment section. Rock River, Rocky Point. I know Rocky Point also in St. Thomas, I think. Salt River, flooding. Smithville, Thompsontown, Tollgate, Short Hall, flooding. Ooh, no, going to my sweet, sweet parish of Manchester. It said Alligator Pond, flooding and storm surge. Greenvale, flooding. Armand, flooding. Mandeville. Yes, definitely. Who know if anyone live in Mandeville and know Ward Avenue? Yes, man, flooding. Um, Caledona Road. Yes, right in front of the hospital there. Yes, flooding. Porus, Scott Pass, flooding. St. Elizabeth. So we have Black River, Big Bull, Braze River, Bull Savannah, Grange Hill, landslide. Holland Bamboo, yeah, flooding. Junction, flooding. Lacovia, flooding. Middle Quarters, flooding. New Market, flooding. Pisca, flooding. Santa Cruz, landslide. Landslide for Pisca, I have no idea where that is. First, I hear the name. Santa Cruz, flooding. Top Hill, flooding. Treasure Beach, flooding. And wind. Of course, that makes sense. Right next to the sea. All right. Westmoreland, Big Bridge, flooding, Bluefield, flooding, Frome, flooding, McNeil Land, Little Town, or Little Land, I should say, Savalamar, Business, Negril, 3 Miles River. Ooh, all those are flooding areas. Ooh, all right. So last but not least, you have the parish of Portland, Black Hill, landslide, Boundbrook, landslide, breastwork, landslide and flooding. Same thing for Buff Bay. Bybrook is just straight flooding. Central Port Antonia, flooding and storm surge. Ooh, Charleston, flooding. Comfort Castle, landslide. Fellowship, flooding and landslide. Fruitful Vale, next up. Yeah, there you go. Move on. Extras River, flooding. Hope Bay, flooding. Long Bay, landslide. Montreal, flooding and landslide. Moortown, landslide. Mount Pleasant, Norwich, Orange Bay, flooding. Shirley Castle, landslide. Thibault, flooding. Spring Hill, landslide. St. Margaret Bay, what's that? Flooding and storm surge. Frith River, what's that? Flooding and landslide. Tranquility, landslide. Listen, guys, if you live in these areas, make sure, well, it's not the last one. We have St. Mary. Making sure that you are on high alert, all right? Windsor, flooding and landslide. Windsor Castle, flooding. Anata Bay, flooding and landslide. Bailey's Vale, flooding and landslide. Broadgate, flooding. Camberwell, flooding, landslide. Karen Hall, flooding. Castletown, flooding. Clonmel, flooding and landslide. Denverpen, landslide. Tell you. Dover, flooding, landslide. Free Hill, landslide. Galena, flooding, storm surge. Woo. Gale, landslide. Geyser, Highgate, Hislington, Jack River, flooding and landslide. Long Road, landslide. Lucky Hill, landslide. Martin, flooding and landslide. Oh, there's a whole lot of places in Jamaica. Aracabessa, landslide. Straight landslide, not even flooding. Port Maria, flooding, landslide. Sunside, flooding and landslide. Scott Hall, landslide. Wood Park, flood, landslide. Guys, if you live in this area, make sure that you're taking proper precaution to make sure that you are not going to be in any danger during this time of emergency. Because this is the time of emergency. Remember that. All right. You don't want to be one of these people that is trapped, house, washery, or whatever. You know, you just want to get yourself out before all of these things happen. All right. You want to make sure that you cross it before it happens. You don't want to try to cross it when there is flooding. Yeah, don't do that. Guys, like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're new. Let us know if we have something going on. You know, if you like the video, like the video. If you don't like it, encourage us so we can do better. You know, yeah, man. So make sure that you just look out for your friends, look out for your family, and be a friend to somebody. You know, love, peace. Take care. Till next time.